That very strange gathering of moviegoers you might have seen around midnight last night, wearing red capes and boots, going to see the midnight showing of Man of Steel. That's right, it's comic book nerd time. They're all seeing this movie this weekend. Everyone's got to see it because it's the big movie.
But most of the guys that are in line there don't look as good as he does in that Superman suit.
Oh, you think? Joining us now, Christian Toto from Breitbart's Big Hollywood. Whenever we have a big movie weekend, we like to check in with Christian Toto. Let's cut to the chase, Christian. Is Man of Steel a super movie for the superhero it depicts?
It's close to it. It's good, not great, and it's so good that you wish you were better. But I have a feeling, when they reboot Superman, your expectations are so high. So I think for the most part, they got enough things down pat where I think people walk away satisfied. They still have some grumblings for sure. I think the biggest change here is the tone. This is not a Christopher Reeves, a little bit of a wink and a nod to the audience. It's a very serious, somber movie, but it kind of hits all the basic beats of the Superman mythos. So you've got Henry Cavill, a British actor, playing Superman, comes to Earth from Krypton, and of course he eventually gets his way into our society. He's a little confused, though. He's kind of torn between his alien past and what he needs to do, because he's been told all these years to hide his powers by Pa Kent, played by Kevin Costner. So there's a real tension there. And then, of course, General Zod, played by Michael Shannon, comes along, and he's a pretty nasty fellow from Krypton. And, of course, there's going to be a big confrontation. So a good setup, great actors here, including Russell Crowe as Papa Jor-El. And then the action kicks in pretty heavily toward the end, but it's very CGI, very video game-esque. I think that's the biggest problem I had with the film. It just gets a little bit too in your face that perspective. But I think overall, I think people are going to enjoy this. And, of course, it's a franchise starter, and the film wraps in a way where there'll be a Man of Steel 2, 3, and 4.
Well, I love that General Zod is the villain because I think he's the best villain of the whole Superman series. So that intrigues me. But, you talk about this being the beginning of a new franchise. They thought they had that about 7 years ago with Superman Returns. That was misguided, didn't go over very well. And part of the reason, I think, is they sort of chucked away. They made a whole point and publicized the fact that they chucked away the idea of truth, justice in the American way. If I remember right, the line in the movie was truth, justice, and all that stuff. They were trying to take the American way out of Superman. He's our guy, right? What about this movie? Did they strike the right tone with that?
They did. It's a very quiet, subtle tone, but it's definitely there, epitomized by a line where Superman says, I was born in Kansas. You don't get it more American than that, which is a nice little reminder that, hey, it's okay that Superman was born in America, and yes, we have an international box office situation, but I don't think that the Chinese moviegoers are going to be too up in arms if they find out that Gasp, this character who's iconic, might actually be from the USA. So good for them. And, yeah, it's a sweet little moment, and I think it'll register with some moviegoers.
All right, so, we have all this CGI now. Back in the day when the last big Superman movie, which starred Christopher Reeve, the movie was put out there, said, "You'll believe a man can fly." And we all love Christopher Reeve. So who is Henry Cavill, and are we going to love him the way we love Christopher Reeve?
I don't know if we will love him quite as much, because that was such an amazing introduction for an actor. I think Cavill does a nice job here. He's a British actor. His hiding of his accent is perfect. I think he kind of strikes that right tone between kind of superpower but humble at the same time. He isn't given many chances to kind of flash his sense of humor. When it does happen, I think he does register with it. So, yeah, I think people are going to dig him. And, boy, with the actors today, when they are asked to inhabit a super character, it's Thor, whoever it is, they hit the gym hard. This guy, I can't even imagine how much protein this guy must have ingested to get this physique. So they don't need any special effects for that. He's a huge fellow now, and listen, he's Superman. You got to kind of convey that sense of awe, that sense of power. He definitely does it.
I heard that he actually tried on but when he first got considered for the role, tried on the original Christopher Reeve suit, and realized very quickly that he needed to spend a lot more time at the gym. But that's not like body work with the costume. That's his body. He's apparently in incredible shape.
Yeah, and for the ladies, he's shirtless a number of times, so that might be an extra,
Well,
extra reason to go to the theater for them.
And a good portion of the men, let's face it. Hey, Christian Toto is our guest from Breitbart's Big Hollywood. Hey, Christian, nothing can happen in America and pop culture without there being a political backdrop, and already the Superman movie is being embraced by proponents of immigration reform. Believe it or not, they are referring to Superman as an illegal immigrant. I guess technically he's an illegal alien, right?
He is, although that's offensive, isn't it? I don't think we should use, is it undocumented?
No. I mean, he's truly an alien. Truly.
He is, yeah, but he should go to the front of the line, that's for sure. So just because who he is, I mean, he's got the staff on his chest.
Well, yeah, I'd like to see somebody try to throw him out. I mean, he is the Man of Steel, for crying out loud.
Exactly.
All right, Christian Toto, listen, I just want to, you're my colleague at Breitbart, and of course, and we meet daily at our editorial call. I'm not going to name names. I just want you to know that one person on that editorial call, and it's not me, when we convened this morning, that person was actually at a midnight showing last night. That's how geeked out, how nerdy the Breitbart team is. So, Christian, it's up to you to figure out who it was.
Oh, were they wearing underoos or just regular clothing?
I don't know what she was wearing, and she was in Oklahoma. All right, it was Meredith Dake from Breitbart TV. I can't believe she's such a Superman nerd.